you do the things you do on a fertile week. Hey you guys, it's Katey here and welcome back to our channel. I'm coming at you with another TTC infertility Clomid update. Where we left you last time was we had just finished our first round of Clomid. We took it at 50 milligrams, cycle day 3 through 7, and it didn't work. So my doctor instructed me to induce my period again with Provera. I took it for 7 days, and 3 days after I took my last pill, my period came. And then 3 days after that, I would start Clomid, and this round we would start it at 100 milligrams. So that is a double dose. And how Clomid works, it's not just like a bigger pill. They give you 2 50 milligrams, so you have to take 2 pills. Not that big of a deal. And last time in my video, I told you that I started feeling symptoms pretty much as soon as I started taking the medication. And I have since decided that that was just anxiety or placebo. Probably anxiety, knowing me, because this time I really didn't feel symptoms until my fertile week. You guys may hear our dogs outside. It's a beautiful sunny California day, and they are not so happy that they're outside, but they make noise anywhere, so I may as well just keep them out there. Alright, so on cycle day 3 I started the Clomid and I took 2 pills, took that until cycle day 7. And then I really didn't start feeling symptoms this time until probably cycle day 12, which was also where my Ovia app, the app that I use to kind of track everything, turned green, which signals that it is a fertile time. So we treated it as a fertile week and did the things that you do on a fertile week, if you know what I mean. Sorry, Mom. And I for sure thought that 100 milligrams was just not working. Last time I talked a lot about swollen feeling ovaries, bloated, weepy, mean-spirited, unhappy, just generally bad things. And this time I didn't feel really any of those. I think I cried like 3 times, which is like a low for non-medicated Katey. I cry a lot. And I don't know if it was just the fact that last time didn't work, so I had a little hope for this round working, but I really just did not feel emotional. I didn't feel bloated or like uncomfortable. I felt fine and like myself. So I really was pretty confident that it was not working. But we still trekked forward and assumed that it was. And the minimal symptoms that I did have probably went away by cycle day like 17 or 18, which would be kind of the end of my fertile window. I did feel like a very small amount of discomfort and a very small amount of bloating, but last time, man, I looked like I was pregnant. I was so bloated and just so uncomfortable and so miserable. So cycle day 21 came along and I went to the lab. My doctor accidentally forgot to call in my 21-day progesterone draw, so it did take a couple minutes longer than it should have. I chugged the same water bottle, so that way I wasn't dehydrated, and I got my blood drawn. And let me just tell you that these days are the longest days ever. Because I go in first thing in the morning, because I read that progesterone is something that you should do like fasted, and that the progesterone levels can drop if you eat. Which I just found on Dr. Google. My doctor didn't tell me that or anything, but I just think that it's usually a pretty good idea to go to the lab like first thing in the morning, unless told otherwise. And yeah, these days just take forever because I go first thing in the morning at like 7:30 or 8, and then the results don't upload no matter how early I get there. The results don't upload until like 10:30 or 11 o'clock at night. So you're really just left hanging. This time I had Kyle check the results because I did not want to. I just felt very confident that the results were going to be negative. And I was almost kind of hoping that the results would be negative because if they were negative this time, then we would move up to 150, and there's just like less room for trying Clomid. So I had Kyle, he had my phone, he was logged into my app, and he asked me, what does your level need to be? And I said 10, and he goes, oh. And I knew then it was at least 10 because he knew how bad I wanted it. He is rude, but he's not that rude. So he was like, oh, just super smug and rude. And he showed me, and they were this round 13.8. So that I definitely ovulated on 100 milligrams of Clomid, which is yay, great, awesome. Moving forward. So since we were on cycle day 21, that means that our 2-week wait is halfway over. And now we just kind of move forward, hoping that we'll get a positive pregnancy test in a week or so. And we're just hopeful. You don't really know at this point, because we just know that I have an issue, Kyle could have an issue. I mean, Clomid could work perfectly for me and still have an issue with him. So we really just don't know. And that kind of sucks with infertility, is there is just so much unknown. Especially in the beginning stages when you're working with an OB and not like a reproductive endocrinologist or an RE. But we're just trekking forward, we're taking it day by day. I just kind of feel like it won't happen, but I also felt that about Clomid, so we'll see, and fingers crossed. Whether we are or we are not, we will be uploading a video and letting you guys know. So if you guys could just keep us in your thoughts and prayers as we are moving forward, that would be really, really awesome. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is definitely not the road that we thought we would be on, but I'm really grateful that we have this opportunity to kind of spread awareness about infertility and PCOS, because it is something that so many women and men suffer through. Thank you guys, and we will see you for our next video. Bye.